Refreshments will be served. Amelia, what's going on here? How curious. Wargus is here and waiting for me, but how did he know? This says, I'm back. I think it's this video. Forgive me for being unable to answer your question, my lady, but those were the precise instructions I received from Lord Gwyrm this morning. Oh god, this is not Lord Gwyrm, dude. Mr. Servant, this is not her father. Camellia, do you know this man? I've never set eyes on him before. I took up my position here relatively recently. I was hired specifically to serve Lord Gwyrm at his mansion in Canabris. Did you manage to post it? Faye, did you manage to post the video link? Because it doesn't show for me. Again, I'm not using Twitch's regular link chat. Yeah, you did? Okay. Wait a second. Wait a second there. Just a second. Where's my... Oh, it's here. Okay. Just need to see with my own Twitch eyes. Because I don't use... haven't been using Twitch chat. It doesn't tell me an awful lot. Let's see. No, it doesn't. It still doesn't show the link to anyone. Send me the link on a PM if you can, so I can see if it's the one, and then I can post it in chat. For some reason, it did not go through. Please. Okay. Well, I'm gonna be going with the game. Let me know when you send me the link on PM, okay? Alright. I was hired specifically to serve Lord Gwyrm at his mansion in Canabris. Why can't my companions come in too? Lord Gwyrm was most specific in his request, and I'm afraid I cannot speak for his reasons. I can only assume that the conversation will be of most delicate nature. Please, my friend, let's acquiescence to Horga's request. Acquiesce? Let's agree. Let's go along with his request. Guys, English is not my mother language. I'm sorry. I don't use these words regularly, so I don't know how to pronounce them. I don't wish to make a scene before I fully understand what is going on here. Okay. Wait a second. Let me see if Faye found the right link. Let's see. Echo. Wait, is it the right video? Did it last more than 120? Yes, this is the right one. This is the right one. Okay, guys. Okay, I'm gonna post it in chat. By the way, if you see that right after this run, there is a Deus Ex run of Human Evolution. I love Deus Ex so much. And that's one of the reasons why I was watching it. So I'm gonna post it a couple of times. This is the link for the best run I've ever seen on GDQ ever. Okay, if you don't need to watch it now, just save it. Okay, because it's incredible. Oh, it was 2015. It was a long time ago. God, this was the best run I've ever seen. God, this was so great. I wish they would have shown chat as well. It was something. It was something. All right. Back with Pathfinder. Okay, I see you managed to fully repair the mansion after demonic invasion. Indeed, we have. Fortunately, the mansion was almost unharmed. Many items survived the attack, and Lord Gwyrm was able to find comparable replacements for those that didn't. I guess I would better come by later. Oh. Okay.
Oh, shadows, embrace me.
All right. So. Wait a second there. Just wait a bit. Just wait. Just wait. This is right after when we enter. Once we enter, we have a little moment, like you have a tiny little period to buff. And that's what I'm looking for. As you can see. Ona Adayana. Everything lasts for 24 hours. Should put these on me as well. Oh, and I have to take off my... Oh, I'm not using armor. That's right. Not anymore. Meow. Okay. So now I'm saving. Now I've saved. Now I'm fine. Now we can go. Now I'm good.
You can trust me.
You can? I can? This is just in case. Okay. Lord Gwyrm must be somewhere upstairs. He bid me say that Lady Camellia will have no trouble finding him. Please do come in. Camellia strokes her chin pensively. I was not expecting this. I thought the mansion would be empty, picked to the bones by marauders, if it were standing at all. But seeing it fully restored and inhabited. Camellia narrows on her eyes to you. Well, it would be extremely impolite to keep our host waiting, wouldn't it, my friend? Let's go and have a chat with Daddy Dearest.
Oh, shadows, embrace me.
Oh, shadows embrace me indeed. I look so
Quick,
funny.
quick, else we miss all the fun.
They will not expect my strike.
Oh, this is the room of my first mentor. Really?
This way.
This is the room of my first mentor. Take a look around if you want to. I'm sure you could find many of the curious tools and devices she used during her lessons. Camellia runs her fingers over bundled whips and floggers packed neatly in a drawer, touching each of them with care. I remember them all. This one makes thin wounds on the skin like a razor blade, while that one shreds the skin to pieces. As for that one, the black one, doesn't leave any marks on the skin at all, but deals with so much pain in your head spins. Why was your mentor so cruel to you? I don't know. Perhaps the old hag was once trained in the same way, or perhaps she simply hated me. Besides, in her eyes, I was not the daughter of a noble family, but merely some urchin that the honorable Horgisgwyrm decided to take in off the street. Seems to speak from experience. She does. Why did Horgis allow the Varisian woman to treat you like that? She shrugs. She moved into the house a few years after my mom's death. Horgis often had to go out of Canabres in business, so he gave me into the care of that old shaman, hoping that she would teach me to keep the spirits on a short leash. That old hag must have known what she was doing was illegal. She was very good at hiding the evidence of her teaching. She always made sure to heal my scars by the time my father came back. Wow, that's really sad. Anyway, the Varisian didn't even last 3 months here. Oh, how she wheezed when I plunged my stiletto into her throat. And her eyes, shocked and terrified in equal measure. The old crone never suspected a 6-year-old girl would be capable of such thing. Why is Horgan still keeping all these things around? Because I asked him to. I want to remember the pain. Both the pain the Varisian dealt to me and the pain I paid back to her. The hatred I felt toward her lives lives in me to this day. Okay, the hatred I felt towards her. I see. Every time I enter this room, my hand starts to tremble and my heart pounds as if trying to jump out of my chest. Please don't have a stiletto around. That burning hatred is my most vivid childhood memory. Okay, let's get out of here. I don't see anything. I haven't found anything.
My legs carry me.
Most definitely failed. Should I have gone to the other side? Maybe she has some remembrance of something else. Yeah, I noticed you have repaired everything. Yeah. Camellia isn't saying anything. There is another servant here.
No, backwards.
Don't see anything, and my perception is much higher than the last time I've been here. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun. Just walking around. Some of my things are gonna go away because I only have 14 minutes, but it's fine. Set of colors of various sizes. Chains, handcuffs, shackles. A collection to rival the prisons. So, Camellia was abused when she was a kid. Severely abused, should I add. And then she turned evil. You couldn't go downstairs. The basement. We couldn't go there the last time. We couldn't go to the garden. So they're saying that we're being awaited upstairs. Let's go to the garden first. Then we're gonna go downstairs. Why is there a garden? What am I supposed to find here? Oh, camellias. They're still blooming, I see. I see they never stopped blooming. On my father's orders, the garden must have camellias in bloom all year long. Whatever the season, whatever the weather. Why does he even bother, do you think? Is this a grave? You're right, but it wasn't that hard to guess, was it? This is the grave of my mother, Iris. She died when I was a child, so I scarcely remember her. I don't understand. Why would Horgus tend this grave all these years? Because you're his daughter, and that's your Why would he plant camellias over it? My father has never shown any tendency towards sentimentality. I hate these flowers.
Embrace me.
What don't you hate? Oh my god, what a kitty! Kitty!
No, backwards.
Let's save. My pup's grave. I dug it myself. Buried the poor animal. Have I ever told you about him? He was so cute and warm. I simply adored petting his curly fur. And at the moment when I suddenly realized that his little body was lying at my feet and his head was in my hands. Did Mireia make you sacrifice your puppy? She freezes for a moment. I suppose it must have been, though I didn't even know of her existence back then. Mireia chose me long before we met each other. You know, I don't even remember the pup's name. There have been so many others since him. Dogs, cats, birth. Wow.
Trail me.
This is a very evil possession. She killed all of them. But did she know? Was she aware? Is this hatred hers? Or is this hatred the shaman that's possessing her? It seems like she is... It seems like it's the same story as Darren's. You know what I mean? Darren was under the influence, he made this pact with this thing. Mainly because, you know, he needed it. Kinda to survive. Hello. Hello. Unable to identify. Oh yeah, that's right. We don't have a lore person here. Let's save. What's that?
Wherever my legs carry me.
Uh-oh. As the saying goes, every family has a skeleton in its closet. In my case, all the skeletons are hidden in a cellar. This place holds special significance to me, because this is where I killed those thugs who tried to rob Horgus' mansion. They were caught by the guards and I sacrificed them to Mireia. This is where they were buried. I still find it hard to believe that Horgus allowed you to kill people just like that. I think he had no choice. He could not cure me of the spirit's influence no matter how hard he tried, nor could he hand me over to the authorities of Canabris, because then I should have certainly be declared myself to be his illegitimate daughter and revealed all his secrets to the world. I would have stained the glorious name of Horgus Gwyrm that my papa values even more than his own life. Mr. Goodend says, sometimes I just come around to listen to this perfect English. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, sometimes I do use a webcam. It's very rare, but I do, you know, and I've been feeling like I've been lacking a lot this week towards you guys. Towards streaming, you know, I haven't been doing good towards you. Of all the problems that I've had. So like I just decided that I'm gonna be streaming for a couple of hours today longer hours and use the camera because why not? Thank you so much for your lovely words. Awesome. Thank you so much. I suppose he could have killed me and buried me right here in the cellar. I have no idea what he didn't do it while I was a little girl and he could overpower me. You're his daughter! My god. Nevertheless, I can assure you that all my victims buried here were hardened criminals and thugs. No one shed a tear when they never returned from the Gwyrm mansion that night. So how many skeletons are buried in this cellar? Oh, not as many as we may have assumed. Just the two, not counting the Varisian. Perception check. Camelia's eyes dart around the room as if she's trying to make sure that there is nothing that will give away her secrets. I don't believe you. Camelia arcs her eyebrow. What hard evidence do you have to support your doubts? However, if you wish to make sure that I'm telling the truth, feel free to take a shovel and dig. But do not expect me to sit here obediently waiting for you to finish. And I must warn you in advance, Horgus buried all the victims as deep as he could. I wonder if I missed something. I don't think I missed anything. Don't think I missed a perception check.
No, backwards. Backwards.
Don't think I did. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, let's save. I still have half of my buffs left. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so this is the door that I tried to open several times. And I remember that I was on the side. I'm like, there is something here. Look at it. There is something, you know, like I was trying to open it like crazy and I couldn't. The reason why I'm walking around again and again and again is because I might still find something that is a much higher perception check. So.
Trail me.
Score. Yes, you're right. That needs more of me. Who knows?
What's in wait for
Who
me there?
knows? So I suppose this isn't a check, huh? That isn't a check, no matter what. No matter what you try,
This way.
you have to go through the side. Here we are sure to find Horgus in his secret study. Before we enter, I should like to ask you one question if you don't mind. Do you know our family's history better than anyone else? You know the family's history better than anyone else. Tell me, what do you think of Horgus as a father? I can see she's a terrible daughter. He's not the best, but he's not the worst either. I'm sure he tried his best. So that's what you think. Amelia's gaze wanders the room, never resting on anything particular. Why are you asking? No special reason. I just wanted to know your opinion of my father before we meet him face to face. No. What you doing? King, you should allow me to do stuff before that. All right, let's go up, but this time we're gonna go to the room to the right.
See that? Quick.
I'm gonna go alone. Welcome to my room, my friend. I was about to apologize for the mess, but it appears the servants were ordered to clean this room. Well, do you have anything to say about the place where I spent my formative years? There are bars on the windows. Camellia turns to the windows and looks at them closely as if seen for the first time, and then she shrugs. They were always here. I moved to this room immediately after my mother died, and this is where I stayed, leaving it only on rare occasions. I suppose my darling papa was afraid that I would slip out without him knowing. Foolish men. If I ever really wanted to escape, no bars on the windows could have helped me. So, she freaked out after her mom died. Could it be that Horgus had anything to do with her mom passing, and the spirit is her mom? Is it a curse, maybe? Something might have given a curse. This bag looks too big for a child. Never thought about it. This bed was mine from the very beginning, as well as the countless dresses in the closet, the bouquets of flowers and the windowsill, and the sumptuous meals that servants used to bring me for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and any time I wanted in between. I suppose the servants must have been whispering about me in the dark corners, trying to understand why this strange girl was living here in the lap of luxury, although I never cared much about their gossip. Besides, Horgus changed servants as often as he changed his gloves, so none of the staff were even here for very long. There were so many books here in here. I always loved reading. Books opened entire worlds for me, and I could visit them all without ever leaving my chair. That's a hefty-looking lock on the door. Only Horgus himself and the mentioned head guard had a key to this lock. Even the servants had to call one of them to open the door so they could bring in my lunch. She was locked inside this whole time. Sometimes I was allowed to leave the room and take a stroll in the garden or to attend a fencing class with a specially hired teacher. Sometimes Horgus even took me out of the city when there were festivities or if a trade caravan had arrived from faraway lands. But every time he did it, he made me promise that I would keep within 10 paces of him at all times. A promise. Oh, as if that could ever stop me. You lived like a bird in a cage. A gilded one. Still a cage. That's true, but this cage suited me perfectly. Freedom is always romanticized in books and songs. Artists love to glorify it, but most of them live in penury. They're beautiful ideals, to be sure, and I would happily read about them after yet another delicious dinner, ensconced in my soft, warm bed.
Let's shake a leg.
Door. Open. This was not her room. This was her mother's room. It became hers. I'm gonna save.
Wherever my legs carry me.
No perception checks. What is that? I don't know because I don't have anyone that can see through this. Shoot.
Forwards. No, backwards.